Hello students. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the continuation of the electric current lesson, right? So in the previous class we have discussed how liquids conduct electricity, and we have discussed with the help of an activity, right? So how do liquids conduct electricity with the help of the lemon juice? We have discussed about the circuit diagram, how to draw a circuit diagram and how to fix the electrical components together and to find out how liquids, I mean the lemon juice or vinegar conducts electricity or not with the help of the electric bulb. So if the current is going to be strong enough, the electric bulb glows, and if the current is going to be weak, what will happen? The electric bulb will not glow because the filament inside that will not get heated up sufficiently and the current will not glow. So how do we detect whether the current is weak or not? If the bulb does not glow, we cannot come to a conclusion whether the fault is with the bulb or whether the battery has been drained. But to find out whether there is a weak current, so we can follow up a method with the help of this lead. So you would have studied about the magnetic effect of electric current, right? So with the help of electric current, you can produce the heating effect, and the other one is the magnetic effect. So heating effect, we have discussed that how the filament gets heated up, and because of that, the bulb glows, which is the heating effect of electric current. And when you consider the magnetic effect, you can detect whether electric current produces magnetic effect or not with the help of a small instrument, which is the compass. So what will happen when you bring a compass needle near to current carrying conductor? Current carrying conductor in the sense, even if the current is flowing in a wire, even you can, if you bring the compass needle near to that, the magnetic immediately there will be a deflection in the magnetic needle. So the needle tends to get deflected, right? So with the help of that, you can find out that the electric current produces a magnetic effect. But in the other case, you can also detect a weak current with the help of the lead. So which has been shown in the picture, which is light emitting diode. So this kind of a lead bulbs also you can replace in the place of the electric bulb in the circuit to find out if the weak current is being produced. So if you see in the picture here, in the place of electric bulb, you can connect the lead bulb to find out if there is a weak current or not. So if you look at this lead, it will glow even if the weak even if you see when a weak electric current flows through it. And if you look at it, you have two wires fixed to the bulb, and these two wires, one lead, if you see, it is slightly longer than the other one. So one wire is longer than the other one. You can see the difference. So this longer wires should always be attached to the positive terminal of the battery, and the shorter wire should be attached to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is how you have to connect this lead to the electrical circuit to find out whether there is a weak current or not. And now let us see the other activity where to create a tester. So in this activity, what you have to do is just take a discarded matchbox, remove the tray inside the matchbox, and fix a compass within this, a magnetic needle compass inside this matchbox, and wrap electrical wire few times around the tray. After wrapping up, connect one end of the wire to the terminal of the battery, and from the other end of the terminal, connect the another wire and leave the free ends of the wire free. Similarly, after wrapping it over here, leave the other end of the wire free. So now what you have to do is join these two free ends of the wire together for a short time, right? So when you join these two free ends of the wire together for a short duration, if there is if the compass shows a deflection, which means you can now come to a conclusion that there is a flow of current. So even if the battery is going to be very weak, it shows a little amount of deflection. And you can do this activity even in the liquids, which we have discussed in the previous classes, whether the liquids conduct electricity or not. That is what we are discussing, right? So using that particular, you can also dip the free ends of the tester in the lemon juice or vinegar. So by doing like this, you can find out whether the magnet is showing deflection or not, right? So So not only on lemon juice, but you can repeat this activity with other liquids such as tap water or vegetable oil, milk, and honey. So you can take what are the different types of liquids to find out whether the material conducts electricity or not. But what you have to do is once you dip in one particular solution, for example, say lemon juice, before you dip into the other solution, whether it is going to be vegetable oil or milk, you have to ensure that you wash or wipe the dry the ends of the tester before you test on each and every liquid. Yes, so this is how you have to repeat this activity on different liquids and try to find out whether which material conducts electricity and which material do not conduct electricity. So if the compass needle shows deflection, just mention a S over here and mention it as good conductor. If it does not show any deflection, mention it as no and specify here as poor conductor. So by doing this activity, you can come to a conclusion which material conducts electricity and which material do not conduct electricity. And now, if you consider almost most of the materials will conduct electricity. So that's why it is highly preferable to say that you can classify it as it is a good conductor or poor conductor. Instead, usually we used to say no, it is a good conductor or insulator. So instead, it is usually it is preferable to say it is a good conductor or poor conductor after testing on each and every material. And one more thing, apart from all these liquids, let us discuss on the other liquid, which is a distilled water. So distilled water is something where all the impurities from the water will be removed. Yes, so that kind of a water is called the distilled water. So this distilled water, if you see, it can be obtained from the school science lab, or you can even get it from the medical store or from doctors or nurses in the hospitals. So to perform this activity, just take this distilled water, few amount of distilled water in a plastic bowl, and after taking, just use a tester to test whether the distilled water conduct electricity or not. So the same kind of a tester which we have done here in the previous activity 14.3. So you can dip the free ends of this wire on the in the distilled water. So by dipping in the free ends of the wire in the distilled water, you can find out whether the compass shows deflection or not. Yes, and if it does not show deflection, right, just try to add a pinch of common salt and distilled water and try to test it again whether it conducts the electricity or not. So by doing this activity, you can find out that before adding the common salt, the distilled water will not conduct electricity at all. The reason behind that is if you get the sources, the liquids which we get sources from the taps or the hand pumps, wells and ponds is not pure at all. So the waters which we obtain from these kind of sources, if you see, the water is not pure, right? It consists of several salts and minerals dissolved in it, right? And because of that, what will happen? Because of the natural mineral salts present in it, it is a good conductor of electricity, and that is the reason why we should not touch any electrical appliances or the conducting materials with a wet hands, because it is a good conductor of electricity. But in a distilled water, all these minerals and all these mineral salts are completely removed, and because of that, what will happen? The current will not flow through, the current will not be conducted in the distilled water, and hence it is a poor conductor of electricity. So that's why this distilled water is actually free of salts. So when a water is going to be free of salts, it will not conduct electricity at all, and that's why we represent the distilled water as a poor conductor of electricity. So that is the reason why we should not handle any electrical appliances with wet hands or while standing on a wet floor. So I hope you understood this class, children. Thank you.